You are welcome to the practical aspect of our training, graphics design using Coreldraw. So today I will be explaining to you the tools we have in Coreldraw. Some of them, we are not going to talk about all of them because of time, and I want you guys to practice, but I will tell you some of the important tools that you need as a beginner to start your design in Coreldraw. So as you can see, I have my Coreldraw open. So I expect every one of you to install Coreldraw on your laptop, either 13, 14, 15. But if you want to install, I will strongly recommend that you should install 13. And if I type that you want updated software, no problem, you can install 17, 18 or 22 if your system can take it, no problem. So we are going to talk about the tools we have in Coreldraw. If you understand all these tools very well, you'll be able to use Coreldraw to some level. You'll be able to type, you'll be able to edit, you'll be able to delete, you'll be able to design if you understand the fundamental tools that you need. So don't forget that design is creativity. I don't train people on how to place text on a box or how to place text on design. What I train people, I train them the fundamental things they need to design, and I also expose them to some of the way they can be a good graphics designer, some of the way they can create graphics, because that is what design is all about. It's all about creativity. It's what you can create. If you cannot create something, you will not know design. Design goes beyond adding colors to color. It has to do with creativity. When you can create, you will enjoy the graphics you are doing. You will enjoy the design. And don't forget that we have different tools, different software for designing. Coreldraw is one of them, and Coreldraw is still one of the simplest one to use for design, for graphics, and it is the common one that people use when it comes to design. Though some people use Photoshop, some people use AI and other tools like that, but when it comes to design work for printing, design work for online and other things, Coreldraw is fully loaded. So let's start, because of our time, let's start with the first tools we are going to be talking about. I'm going to be talking about the first tool here, which is the tool that I call Pick 2. Pick 2. Which tool is Pick 2? By default in Coreldraw, by default, the first tool that you see at the top here is what we call Pick 2. These are our two boxes here. These are our two boxes. This is it. All these things that you are seeing here, they are the toolbox. All of these things, they are the tools that we use in design. So that is what we want to talk about. So the first one you see at the top is what we call our Pick 2. Looking at that word pick, when we are in secondary school, our teacher will say, yeah, bend down and pick, bend down and pick. They are simply telling us that we should take that thing from here. So that is the work of Pick 2. We use it to take text from one place to another. If you can see my cursor, the one that I'm holding now, you will discover that there is a symbol that cursor is showing. When you check that symbol with the symbol of our Pick 2 here, they are the same thing. You see, one thing about this cursor is that whatever you pick is what the cursor will change to in Coreldraw. The cursor change dynamically based on what you pick. Are you getting it? Based on what you are doing, If I should change my cursor to another tool, which I'm still going to tell you later, you will discover that my cursor has changed to A. Some people that knows Coreldraw very well before, or that they have understand little about Coreldraw, we know what these tools is all about, but I'm still going to explain. So the first tool we need in Coreldraw is our pick tool. That tool is very important because without pick tools, you will not be able to enjoy your design. It is pick tools that we use to take text, to take box. Assuming I have box now, I have circle, so I have all of them like that. I have all these things, and I want to place them on themselves. I want to place them. If I know shortcut, I can easily place them. You can see I have done a magic for some of you now. Don't worry, you can easily place them. But with the help of pick tool, I can take this my text, this pick tool text that I typed. I can take it, this text, I can take it on top of this yellow box. How will I do that? By using my pick tool to click, using the pick tool to click on that text, then drag it, just drag it down. How do you drag? That is not what I can practice, but I will just use mouse. Let me draw mouse for you. Let me draw mouse. Don't mind my drawing, I'm not in art class. So this is mouse, this is mouse. Let's assume that this is our mouse. We have a button here. This is one button, this is another button. Some mouse we have another button at the middle like this. Let me change that color. We have another button at the middle like this. Now this is our mouse. Here we call this one left. When you have mouse, we call this one left click, left. We call this one right. Alright. Now if you want to drag, this thing will still fade away, don't worry. If you want to drag, you use the left to click on that text, on anything you want to drag. You use the left to click on it. You take your mouse to the top of that thing and you click down your left. Don't forget our left, the first place here. You use your left. Let me use this one to draw the mouse. Let's assume this is our mouse so that it will not fade away. Let's assume this is our mouse. Let me just drop it sharply for you guys to understand some things here. Don't worry all this magic I'm doing, you just be looking at what I'm drawing. You are still going to understand some of this magic. Now fine, this is our mouse. I think this one is more better than my first drawing. I don't need this one, I don't need this one, I only need this circle. Now this is left. I'm just doing this for those that are novice. If not for time, we should do all of these things, but time will not permit us, and I don't want us to spend much time on videos, watching different videos on computer. But if you still need more video after the whole training, feel free to message me. I will do that for you. Now this is our left. Now you click on what you want to drag, what you want to pick. You click on it with your left side of mouse. Don't forget where your left side of my mouse is. Then you drag that mouse. As you are moving your mouse, the text will be moving. Wherever you move your mouse to, the text will be moving. You drag it down to where you want it to be. Then you release your hand from the top of that left. You can see that text is at the bottom. Don't worry, there's a way we bring the text to the top. That one we call that one bring to front. How will you do that? Click on that text or right click. Okay, let me use that short word for you. Just use the right click of your mouse, this right aspect, to right click on that text and click on order and click on to front of page, so that you bring it to the front. Whenever you want to bring something to the front or to the back, just right click on what you want to take to the front or back, click on orders, then take it to where you want to take it to. So anytime you are moving your mouse, as you are moving that mouse, when you have used your left to click down on what you want to drag, as you are moving that mouse, what you are dragging will be moving. Are you getting it now? So it will be moving to where you want it to be. It is not that you will take your mouse to this side before it can move. No. You can use, one thing about mouse is that whatever you want to do, you can do it in a small space like this. It's not that you need to move it to the next edge of your table before it can move. You can do it in a small place. What I'm moving now, my mouse still on the same spot. Assuming I can show you that, I would love to do that, but I don't want to extend the video. So that is why, permit me for that. That's why I have to do a mouse for you. So you just have to drag that mouse a little bit so that you can drag whatever you are dragging. But pick to is what we use to click to select anything in Coreldraw. If you want to select any item, you use your pick to, click on pick to, then click on them. That means you have click on them. So that is what we use pick to for. That is the work of a pick tool. Pick tools is the first tools in the toolbox. You can see it. But sometimes some Coreldraw, as things are going up till now, in Coreldraw, pick tool is still the first one. But you know, as time goes on, your children or some people that don't know about Coreldraw, they may have changed the settings of your Coreldraw, and your pick to come to the last place. Don't worry, all what you are looking for is pick to, but any position it may be, just make sure that you look for this symbol pick to. That is our pick to. Use it to click and drag text on in Coreldraw. That is how to do that. That is how. And also another things we use pick to for is that we use it to reduce text or to reduce an object that we click on. If I want to reduce this object now, I will click on pick to. Now let me click on this particular tool and I type a new object. As I type this particular thing now, I can equally use this tool to drag. But if I want to use this tool to drag, it is not that easy. This tool that I use to type, it is not easy to use it to drag like that than pick to. With pick to, you can be able to do effect to that object by increasing or reducing the object or giving the object color. How will you do that? You click on pick to, click on the object, then come to this font side here, reduce the size or increase the size as you want. Come to this color box here that you are seeing, give it color as you want. You can see it now. So that is what we can also use pick to for. That is what we can use it to do. Another thing that pick to is used for. We have other reasons that we use pick to for, but with those two things, we are good to go. And the third one that is also common, we use pick to rotate. Yes, we use it to rotate object or text. How do you do that? Anything you want to do, have this at the back of your mind, that anything you want to do in Coreldraw as we are talking, the first things that you need to do is to click on them, pick them. If you don't pick them, you cannot do any effect on them unless you are a magician. We have Coreldraw magician. Those magicians, they were those that only use shortcuts to do everything they want to do in Coreldraw. They use shortcut to pick, they use shortcut to do all of those things. They were Coreldraw magician. Are you getting it? Unless you are that, if you are not a Coreldraw magician, use your pick tools here. Click on whatever you want to do, then come to this particular box. You will discover that when I click on tools, check this particular place, you will see what will happen. Now when you click on pick to and you click on that text, you will see that this place change. This particular place, we call it property bar. This property bar, it's changed dynamically based on whatever you click on. You can see whatever I click on, the property bar change. So when you click on this whatever you want to rotate, then come to this particular aspect, angle of rotation, and change it to what you want to change it to. Rotation, you know, we have 360 degree. What 360 degree means, it means that it will rotate to the other side. Complete rotation, that is 360. If I should give it 90, this is 90 degree. No, this is 0 degree before. 90 we rotate it to the top. 180, now it will face upside down. 270 we come like this. Then 360 we go back to the normal way it is. That is complete rotation. So we use it also to rotate. Or if you don't come to that property bar, another thing that we do is that when you click on that, when you click on the object or the text you want to rotate, the first time you click on it, just wait for it a little bit, like 2 seconds. Click on it again. It will change. Look at the sign before. This is small box, and when you click on it on this the second time, all these small box that you are looking at, all these small box that you see here before, check it. When I click on it now, you see some small box here. All of those small box, now let me click on, you can see we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, all these 8 small box. When I click on it again, it will change to rotation tools. You can see them, so you can use it to rotate it the way you like, and it will change dynamically at the top here for you. Whatever you rotate it to, it will change. So with those 3 things, you are good to go on Pick 2. Those are the things we use Pick 2 for. And the second tools that I want to talk about is what we call Shape 2. Shape 2. You see, Shape tools, it is used to cut off part of the bitmap image. Any image that it is used to cut off part of the image. Don't let me say bitmap. Don't let me confuse you. We have image. If you want to cut part of image in Coreldraw, at least maybe you need half of that image. Let me look for some images here. I want to check some images on this particular system so that I can use that to explain that for you. Let me drag this image. Now I have image now. Okay, this is an image. Now let me assuming that I want to cut away. You can see this thing is 1. I cannot edit it. That is what we call image. Sometimes image in Coreldraw does not mean that it will be picture. Whatever you cannot edit, whatever that is not editable, that is 1, it is called image in Coreldraw. Or whatever you click on, and the property aspect of it is giving you bitmap like this. It's giving you this function. It is called image format. When you click on any, let me click on this circle, this particular circle, you will discover that this circle, when I click on it, this one, this blue circle, we have another function here. This one, I can edit this one to 80. I can edit this one to 150. You can see now that I have changed it. I can change my box. I can decide to change it. I can make it 100. You can see I have full control on how to edit this. But when I click on this image, the only thing I see is bitmap, edit bitmap, trace bitmap, and mirror. Mirror means just to change the side. That is what I'm seeing. So whenever you click on object in Coreldraw, and what you are seeing is something like bitmap, it means the object is image format. With that format, you cannot edit them easily. You have to be wise and use some other features with it, other tools with it, in order for you to edit them. So if I want to cut part of this, all these tests, if I want to cut them away, we use what we call shape tools. And this is shape tools here, the second tool, shape tool. You click on this shape tool, then you drag this aspect you want to cut away, then you move it to the front. so that it can cut that aspect away for you. If you want to cut only this angle, you want to cut it to the top, just click on that angle, make sure you draw imaginary box. I call them imaginary box because they are box that does not exist. You will not be able to see that box, but that box, they have do what you want them to do for you by using it to click on the angle of that place, of the angle of the image. So just draw the imaginary box to the place you want to edit or you want to cut, and move it to the top so that you can cut part of it. You can see now, if it is this place, also click on it and drag it. So it is this second to shape tools that we use to do all of those things. We also use it to cut part of box, part of object. We use it to cut part of the object. How do you do that? We do that by clicking on that box, then click on the shape tools. You can see that we have 4 corner box. You will have to come to the property aspect. This is property bar. You come to this property bar, then you click on this convert to curve. When you convert to curve, all the 4 small box you are seeing, they will disappear. Then you are left with the function box that we have with this image. You can see these are the box we have with the image. When you click on this shape also, you will have those functions. That means you have converted this particular box, you have converted from the normal box to image box, or to what I call convert box. It's a box that has been converted from the normal box to another format. When you click on this particular box now, you will not be able to see all the functions you will see when you click on this one. Let's click on this box. Look at this box. What are we seeing here? We are seeing size and all other things. Especially you are seeing all this one, angles, then size, rotation, then you are seeing other things here also. All of these things, we can use it to adjust our box. But when I click on this one now, what are we seeing? We are only seeing the size, this number. All other things we are seeing before, they are not there again, because I have converted this box from the normal box to the converted box that look like image. So you just come to this side, then you cut what you want to cut. You come to this side, you adjust what you want to adjust, depending on what you want to achieve. Don't forget that, depending on whatever you want to achieve. So you must have a design that you want to achieve before you can cut all of those things. If I should come to this particular one and I click on this shape tools, when I want to drag it, you can see it drag all of the angles together because I have not converted the box. That's why I can't use it like that to do that one. So that is what shape tools is all about. We use it to cut part of the image or part of the converted box like that, and also to curve. The first one is to cut, and to curve the whole angles at a go, angles of object at a go. We use it like that. So that's what we use it for. Another thing we use these things for, this thing, I'm having issues with this. So sorry. Another things we use, don't mind everything I'm tapping. Another things we use this shape tools for is that we use it to do what we call line spacing. Those that are good in Microsoft Word, or those that are used with you to Microsoft Word, you will have add the word line spacing. Let the line spacing be 1.5. Even some students that don't know about Microsoft Word, they know about spacing. They will tell you that our line spacing should be 1.5. The spacing of that work should be 1.5, should be 2. In Coreldraw, there's nothing like 1.5. There's nothing like 2. You have to do it yourself. One thing you should understand about Coreldraw is that everything you want to achieve, you have to do it yourself. In Microsoft Word, you instruct the computer, this is what you should do for me. But in Coreldraw, you do it yourself. Because it has to do with graphics, creativities. You create everything for yourself. If you want to achieve 1.5 line spacing as a beginner, then you need to go back to Word. Give that in Microsoft Word, give it 1.5. Look at the way it look like. Then come back to Coreldraw if you use Coreldraw to type. And I must tell you this, Coreldraw is very easy when it comes to typing. Though I love it very well, more than Microsoft Word. It is very easy in typing. So if you type documents or most especially programs in Coreldraw like this and you want to space them, you have to be the one to do it. How will you do that? After you have typed everything, you come back to this shape tools. Then you will see that you have two icons here. You have two symbols, this particular one and this particular one. When you check these symbols, let me zoom this place. Fine. When you check this symbol, you discover that this one points to the down aspect of your page, while this one points to the right. Is it right? Yes, to the right aspect of your page. What this one is telling you is that this aspect is used to do line spacing, while this aspect is used to do character spacing. You know, character spacing means giving space to each letter at the middle. Like this is what we call character spacing. Line spacing, it means the space at the center of each paragraph. Is it each paragraph of each line? So in order to achieve that, what you use is that you click on shape tools. First thing, you click on that text. Don't forget that you click on whatever you want to adjust, you want to edit, you want to give color to. You click on them first. When you click on them, then you come to shape tools. Immediately you click on shape tools. If it is text, it will give you these two symbols. Then you use this place to drag down so that you can give it space you want. You use this place to drag to the front so that you can give it character spacing if the text is not okay. Then you use the character spacing to adjust. So those are the three things that I want us to talk about in shape. Then another tools that you need in doing design is the tools that we call zoom tools. This particular zoom tools. This is zoom tools. What do we use zoom tools for? We all know what is called zoom. It means we use it to enlarge our page. When you want to enlarge, look at this. This is how my page look like now when I open it, but I want to enlarge it. If you don't know the shortcut of how to enlarge, then you need to come to this place, click on zoom tools, then you drag the same imaginary box. Don't forget, you drag it to where you want to zoom, then it will zoom it for you. The more you are dragging, the more your text will be zoomed. If you want to reduce it, just you use left click to drag. Don't forget, left click to drag. But you use right click, just click on right click. It will be reducing that zoom for you. If you click on left click, it will increase the zoom. Right click will reduce the zoom for you. So whatever you want to do in Coreldraw, you use left click of your mouse to do most of those functions. Even on the system, right click is used for special functions. So that is another tools that you need. Then another tools that you need is what we call rectangle tools. What is rectangle tools? We use these rectangle tools to, okay, let me start writing them for you. Pick tools, shape tool, then zoom, rectangle tool. The rectangle tools, we use it to draw either rectangle or square. How do you use it? Just come to this tool, click on it, drag what you want to drag. If you want to drag perfect square, make sure you click on control icon on your keyboard. Click on control. You will see control on your keyboard, CTRL. That's what you will see on control. Then drag that box you want to drag. It will be in perfect size. But if you need rectangle, just click on that rectangle tools, then drag it to your own taste. If you want to make it to be square, click control. The control will help you to adjust it to perfect square. That's how to draw box. Then another one is the one that follow. They call it ellipse tool. This ellipse tool is used to do ellipse tool. It is used to draw circle. If you need a perfect square, you still need to press Ctrl. This tool is used to draw circle or used to draw any shape, circle shape, but it may not be 100% circle, but that looks like circle. That is what the ellipse tools is all about. Then the last tools that we are going to talk about in this tutorial, in this training, is what I call test tool, and this one is very important. If you know other tools in Coreldraw and you don't know test tools, you are still joking, because test tools is what you are going to use to type in Coreldraw. Without test tools, you will not be able to type what you want to type. So our test tools, it is used to type. We use it to type. That is what we use test tools for. Look at that word, test tool. So that is the only job that is given to that tools, is that just use me to type. I don't have any other job than typing. So where is our test tools? This is it here that have a symbol, test tools. And if you don't know any other shortcut, make sure you know test tool shortcut, which is F8 key on your system. F8 key on your system. When you press F8 on your system, it will give you symbol of test tools. But some people that are using, is it USA keyboard on their laptop, you will see something like FN. When you check your keyboard, you will see FN on that keyboard. You see that symbol FN. If you see it on your keyboard, then you will not be able to use all those shortcuts of F8, because it will not go. If you want to use them, you will have to press that FN with that shortcut before it can go. Just have that at the back of your mind. If your laptop is USA keyboard or American keyboard, is it American or USA? If your laptop have FN, you have to press that FN before you press any shortcut you are using on system, because all those key that you are seeing on your laptop, they have extra functions that they do apart from the normal key they use them for. So now come here and click on this symbol, a symbol, that is our test tool. Then click it down on anywhere, start typing. My name is, then use your keyboard. On your keyboard you have enter and all of those things, master all those keys. So the more you are typing, the more you will continue to enjoy the typing in Coreldraw. It is very easy. So with the help of test tool, then you can type and type and type a lot of things that you want to type. Without test tool, you will not be able to type, because there is no other tools here that you can use to type apart from that test tool. So test tools is used for typing. Pick tools, we use it to pick. We use it to pick anything. This thing that I type, if I want to take it to the top, I will have to use pick tool to drag it to the top or to the bottom or to outside of page. So that's what pick tool is all about. Shape tools, we use that one to shape like image, change the shape of our image like that. Then zoom tools, we use it to zoom everything we are doing. Rectangle tools, we use it to draw box, either perfect or rectangle box. Ellipse tools, we use it to draw circle or shape that look like egg. This shape that look like egg. Then text tools, we use that to type. So these are the tools we are going to talk about in this training, and with all these tools you are free to go. Now let me come back to the right side here. You will see color box. This color box, we use it to give our text or anything we are doing color apart from picture. You cannot give picture color with this color box. You can see when I click on this picture, I give it color, the color is not changing. Picture, anything that is bitmap, anything that is bitmap, you cannot give it you cannot give color to them at all. You cannot give color to them. Anything that is bitmap, it will not go, except you do some extra functions to those pictures before you can give them color. Are you getting it? So apart from that, all other things you can give them color. If I want to change this color black to yellow, I will give it here. You can see I can give it color, and all of those color, they will reflect on those tables. Oh, don't forget that before you give them color, you need to use your pick tool to click on them and give them color. If you want to give all of these things the same color, just use your pick tool to drag to draw imaginary box. It will click on all of them, then give them color. You can see, so the color will reflect in all of those things that we are doing. So let's stop on with this on the tools, then we continue from there in our next class. We continue from there.